Hi guys, welcome back to the Sweaty Potato channel. Today I have another tech video. We're going to go through the Redcat engine and take it apart and compare and contrast it with the Rovan engine and try to figure out why these Redcats don't seem to make, the same RPM as the Rovan engines. So we'll get into that a little bit later. What I did want to do though is I do want to mention that I'm so very impressed with the Rampage XT that I'm going to go ahead and call it the fastest Rampage XT, and it has to be an XT if you're going to try to take the title from me. But I believe that I have the fastest Redcat Rampage XT on YouTube, clocked at 42.9 mile an hour, so I'm calling it 43 mile an hour. Factory, these things are about 28 mile an hour, so I think this baby's come a long way. I'm pretty proud of it. All right, here we are, guys. We're going to take apart this Redcat engine out of the Rampage and see what the differences are between this and the Rovan, and see maybe why the Rovans are, reaching higher RPMs and stuff. So we'll get at it. The battery's getting a little dead. Here's the head. I can already tell you this, the head gasket is totally different. It's like a nylon head gasket. Okay, it looks like there could be a lot more oil in the Rampage too. And the Rampage appears to have the same, well, it's the same color anyways, same looking rod. Needle bearings on both ends of the rod. So far it doesn't appear like there's really that much difference. I mean, that the eye can see. There we go. Whew, Jesus. Let's throw that one a little bit. Another thing I noticed different is the dowels. The dowel pins for the case. The Rovan used roll pins, or I mean the Rovan used actual steel pins, where the HY or the Redcat uses roll pins. Oh, I see a big difference in the cranks. That could be a lot of the reason right there why they don't hit as high RPM. Here, let me show you the difference. Now this one, is the Rovan. See how the crank is ground out and it's notched a lot more than the Redcat? So that's going to be less rotating weight, guys. That's going to be way less rotating weight. Well, I mean, not way less, but I mean that little bit right there is going to matter a lot, you know, as far as RPMs and stuff. And then as far as the piston, the pistons are similar. Not quite the same. Almost appears as if maybe the Redcat might actually be a lighter piston, though. We'll put this back down here. Put this back down here. And then let's see as far as how this lines up. Now this one is a lot different. There's a lot of port matching that needs to be done to this one, and I actually have the head installed the right way. My alarm to go pick up my family. But I have it installed the correct direction. And I'm noticing in here a huge port match issue. So I'm going to be taking care of that for sure. Wow, that is a big difference too. Here, let me see how it fits on the other side. It's the same thing there. Yep, it's the same thing there. The same thing there. Same thing there. And the same thing there. So that, my friends, is exactly why the Redcat engines don't rev as high, is because they're not port matched, and the engine doesn't breathe as well because there's lips and levees for the air to have to, you know, jump over and swirl around. So basically, I'm just going to go right out and say that the difference between the Redcat and the Rovan engine is the way they're port matched. That's exactly what the difference is. And I can also tell by looking at this cylinder head, she's due for replacement. I'm losing some of my chrome lining. But as far as the intake and exhaust, they look a lot like the Rovan did. They're not as well done, but they look like a lot like the Rovan did. You know, as far as, you know, smoothness and roundness, it's not as good of a job, but it's still done. But so I'm really excited to find that out, guys. I'll get back with you in a minute. Okay, here we are, guys. I'm gonna try to get you guys some better views of these crankshafts. I got my phone here, but this darker colored crankshaft is out of the Rovan, and I understand that these are, you know, two different sized engines. You know, one's a 29 and one's a 30, but they you know, they're both relatively close in the size. But you can tell the difference in the crankshafts. You know, what is ground out of them. That's going to make a difference. And then also, notice how the Redcat has a slightly smaller crank journal for the rod to sit on. I noticed that. And then I wanted to show you guys this, the port match. Okay, there's no lip on this Rovan Baja at all. It's all, you know, smooth and everything. There's no wall or anything. Everything's beveled. Okay. Now, we take a look at this Redcat, and you can see the difference. There is like a ledge right here where the two halves meet. I don't know how well everybody can see that, but there's a ledge. That is a huge difference. That is going to cost RPM big time. If the engine can't scavenge and get rid of the air, and the air can't flow smoothly, it's not gonna breathe good, and it's not gonna have the RPMs. Another thing I was gonna tell you guys, I am going to be putting these engines back together. I am waiting on a gasket kit for the Rovan as we speak, and it's going back together. I got a ring and piston and coming for it, and then the Rampage, it's gonna be kind of a little different story, because when I pulled the head off of it, I noticed in here I'm losing my chrome lining, and in the Rampage engine, or the old Redcat engine, it needs a new head. So I'll be getting a new head for this and going back together. But no, I wanted to tell everybody that the plan for these engines is not just to take them apart and leave them in a parts pile. I'm going to put them back together, and we're going to run these too. So we'll see how these run after I go through them, if they're any more powerful or any less. So we'll see. All right, guys. I guess everybody's probably wondering, how am I going to run the Rovan now with the engine out of it and it all disassembled, right? Well, I got a special surprise for everybody. I have ordered another 32cc, the exact same engine that's in this. I've ordered another one for the Rovan Baja, and I got some more in store. We're going to do testings, top speed runs, and all that. And I talked to TMR, and he said that this pipe is good for 36 up to 36cc, so I'm good. I won't have to change pipes. And we'll have another run-in video and all that stuff. I'm just waiting for the engine to come, and I'm going to stick it in there, and I guess wait for some nice weather, and we'll do that and run it in when the engine gets here and stuff. But I got all kinds of things planned for this channel, guys. We're going to do all kinds of testing and all kinds of experimenting and all that stuff. So I hope everybody enjoys it, and 2020 is going to be a good year. I have a feeling in my bones. So I hope everybody liked today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you got something on your mind, scroll down and leave a comment in the comments section. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you like what you see, you should probably do that, because this is what I do, guys. We'll see you in the next one.